It's so when Joel died and Christmas was coming up, because it's a good example, right? Because
Yeah.
Christmas is right around the corner for us as we record this. And when anything was coming up, which if you think about it, there's something, we're celebrating something all the damn time
Yeah.
around here. So
Right.
you got a big thing coming, whether it's a birthday or somebody's graduating and it's a family get together. Anytime your family's getting together, you would anticipate with a family member not being there. And I think anybody who's had loss can kind of empathize with this. It's not just a child. Obviously, the child thing kind of puts a little exclamation point on things. But even when I haven't lost my parents, but when we lose parents, we lose siblings, anybody we lose,
Hmm.
a partner, a good friend, they're always were there and they're not there now. And so I was constantly dreading the next event, holiday. Joel wasn't going to be there. And so what I told myself, and what happened was the lead up to the actual day was so much more punishing
Yeah.
and brutal than the day itself. The day itself, you cry, you look at pictures, like even on his angel day now, I sit down and consciously go through a collage of pictures that I've put together for that
Yeah.
day.
I
And it's
got you.
just all Joel. And, he wasn't around too terribly long. So it's,
So
shitload of pictures. But
you willingly, um,
spend time with him.
you really spend, yeah, you spend time with the realities of this life as a human for us,
Yeah.
which are, it's, you know, just the fact that we can cope with a quarter of the things we cope with is unbelievable. That we're walking around on two legs still is just amazing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, every single person walking around, it just amazes me because they're so. This place has teeth,
Yeah. No, it's
you know.
crazy. And so what I did to put a cap on that
Oh,
is
hold on. Let me interrupt you one time because I've totally lost my train of thought. But if you really can look at it, what it was a fear, or it was fearing a future emotional experience.
yeah. And so I just stopped. I said, Aaron, you're not going to do that anymore. And I did. I was talking to myself. You're not going to do that shit anymore. When Christmas Day hits, if you're just fucking crushed because Joel isn't there, then sit in your room and curl up in the fetal position and suck your thumb. Like you can do that's
That's
okay.
okay.
Nobody's going to be mad about that.
That's
But you
okay.
can't suck
Yeah.
your thumb for the fucking month and a half all the way up.
Well, you can, but it's
It
not
just doesn't get you
necessary.
anywhere.
Yeah, it's
And it
not
was so much worse.
necessary.
And I was being selfish. I was not doing it as any, it's to be admired. I was doing it because it fucking sucked for the whole month and a half instead of just the one day. And so I just logically was like, one day is better than 30 of them. And so I'll just take whatever that day hits me with on that day. And whenever I would, and again, this was before I had done any real mindful work where I would try to be president and all. So I'm
Yeah.
fighting the battles with little to
Yeah.
no tools. And so I'm like, I'm just not
Just
dealing
moving. You're just moving.
with I'm moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but even in that I knew, and I was going that was at the beginning when I was going through a bunch of trying to get help. But anyhow, I said, look, no more. I'm not Christmas Day comes, I'm dealing with what hits me. And if that's what it is, and it was so much better. And so that's some advice that I try to give grieving parents is
Yeah.
it's going to suck, and I'm not going to tell you it's going to go away ever, but it's going to be. It does get better. Time helps. Learning helps. Working on self helps. Understanding helps. Perspective. All these things help. But just know the some tangible I can give you right now is this example. Do not spend time in the things that because what you're going to find is you're always worried about the next thing that's coming, and then you'll become almost addicted to that, and it's a shitty road that feels awful. And
Hmm.
if I can keep you from having to go down it,